from the Lakeside Newsroom of the Henrico Citizen, your hometown news source since 2001. This is the Henrico News Minute with publisher Tom Lapis.
New COVID cases in Henrico are not letting up. We'll tell you if that's translating into more hospitalizations or not. And some concerts taking place later tonight. We'll have details in today's Henrico News Minute. It's Wednesday, August 18th, 2021. It's brought to you today by Henrico County CSB Prevention Services and in part by Chess Counselor LLC, helping students one move at a time, bringing chess and wellness programs to the community. Visit them at chesscounselor.com.
And now for the news.
Henrico is now averaging 91 new COVID-19 cases per day during the past 7 days. That's the highest that number has been since it was 100 on February 18th, according to Virginia Department of Health data. Yesterday, the county reported 86 new cases. That was up slightly from the 81 reported on Monday. But for the second straight day, no new virus-related hospitalizations were reported in Henrico. There have not been any deaths attributed to the virus in the past 10 days in the county. The county is averaging only one new hospitalization related to COVID per day, but health officials have seen an increase in hospitalizations in the region because of COVID and statewide during the past month and a half, more specifically during the past week and a half. The Virginia Hospital and Healthcare Association yesterday reported that almost 1,200 people statewide were hospitalized with COVID, 309 of them in intensive care units. But that level of hospitalizations is still significantly lower than the peak level from earlier in January when there were about 3,200 people per day in hospitals with COVID. The level currently is also lower than last summer's total of about 1,600 to 1,700 a day and slightly below last spring's level of 1,300 to 1,400. And more than 99% of all people who are currently hospitalized in the state with COVID are unvaccinated, according to Julian Walker. He's a spokesperson for the VHHA. He said that since August 7th, the level of general hospitalizations for the virus has risen at a much more significant rate than has the level of ICU stays because of the virus. National reports this week indicated that the Biden administration will recommend that people begin receiving booster shots if they've already received their COVID vaccine about 8 months after the date of their second dose. Yesterday, State Vaccine Coordinator Danny Avula said that the state is monitoring the situation and planning through logistical considerations, saying, quote, if booster vaccine doses are recommended for the general population, the rollout of those boosters will likely take place over several months, end quote. Avula said that because the VDH and local health departments now have experience in planning and carrying out the logistics of a large-scale vaccination effort, that rebooting that for booster doses will not be an issue since the infrastructure is already in place. And if you're looking for something to do tonight, assuming the rain stays away, you might want to check out An Easy Evening in the Park with music by Rick Schaefer at Meadow Farm Museum in Crump Park. It takes place from 5:30 to 7:30. Admission is free. You can bring a picnic or purchase concessions on site. For details, email rec-events@henrico.us. Also tonight is Innsbruck After Hours featuring Fear of Music. The gates open at 5 p.m. The concert will wrap up around 9. General admission tickets are $15. For details, visit innsbruck.com.
As we all strive to do our part during this extraordinary time, Henrico Area Mental Health serves as your local and public mental health agency, continuing to do its part. We all experience mental health challenges, especially during extreme challenging times.
It doesn't matter your age, gender, race, or ethnicity. Each person is affected differently. If you're a resident of Charles City, New Kent, or Henrico counties, and you, a family member or friend, or someone you know may need someone to talk to about the mental health challenges being experienced.
Do your part and call us at 804-727-8515. That's 804-727-8515. We're here to help. Remember, mental health is good health. Call Henrico Area Mental Health at 804-727-8515. That number again is 804-727-8515.
This message comes to you from Henrico County CSB Prevention Services.